Hey everybody, welcome to Dad's Den of Pop Culture. I'm Dad, this is my den, and today is the March toy haul. A few pieces that I picked up this month. It was going to be a really light month, but towards the end, a couple things came up that I've wanted for a while. I went ahead and went for it. And so I got a few cool little things to show off today. Some retro, some vintage. So let's start with the retro side. I've talked about White Elephant toys a few times in these little toy hauls. They have a new one out in their monster line, which I am 100% in on. And this is the Atomic Apeman. Dig this dude. Glow in the dark, of course. He has his shooting iron. He has a pair of glasses, which the glasses sadly do not stay on his head, which I don't know. I'd love to put them there. Like everything from White Elephant, good quality. Love the design. It has that knockoff feel, which, the knockoffs, I kind of like them better than the official toys a lot of times. They have that sort of gonzo styling to them. Really nice one. Cool clothes. Love the colors. The Atomic Ape Man. White Elephant toys, go check those out. Again, I've already showed off the Teenage Bog Monster and the Mummy. They have more to come. Can't wait to see what comes out next on those. Okay, also retro. So for a while now, I've wanted a Mach 5 speed racer. And happened on the Goodwill auction site. A couple came up in a lot that were buy it now. Good price. So I went for it. They're both, I believe, manufactured for the movie that came out in 2000. Which actually makes these, older toys than you'd think, huh? So you have the large version. It has a little bit of, the word for that, a few scrapes on the hood. But really a good quality toy. The tires are like rubber. It has a little damage. You can open up the trunk. Not sure why you need to, but of course you need to open the trunk. That's where the kid and the monkey need to hide. Jeez Louise. Not really thinking that one through, huh? It's really well designed, and it's really in good shape. It's solid. It is built for, I think, 4-inch action figures. I don't really like the action figures that would have gone with this, because they're really based on the people in the movie rather than the classic Speed Racer. So this is the large version. There was also a small version. Get more of a close-up on that one. I know, I just had something rocking and rolling down there. Very cool. It looks like it would have had some little action figures for it too, because you have the seat belts, which you can actually undo. This one also, unfortunately, has a little bit of damage. It should have one of those saw blades that'll come out of the front. But it does have where you can open up and you can see the engine inside. Those kind of flip up as well if you want to do it that way. This was actually the one I was more interested in getting. I've been keeping it on my desk at work because it's a cool little conversation piece. So dig the Mach 5. Those, like I said, I think around 2000 is when they're produced. Probably will put this guy up for sale at some point, unless I can come up with a better place to keep him. All right, so one more. I guess we could say we put in the retro category. Space 1999. I want to love Space 1999 more than I actually love Space 1999. It's a show with some great possibilities, but at the same time, it's, I don't know. It seems to fall short in certain areas. But obviously, it has a really devoted fan base to it, so I would never speak against it. But I have watched all of them. I'm actually rewatching them here recently. Um, my favorite character, I think, in the series is Professor Bergman. And so I've won at an 8-inch scale Professor Bergman, who I could probably display along with like some of my Star Trek and other sci-fi figures. And so this guy, Figures Toy Company, um, let's see, 2005. I've been looking for one of these. One came up at a good price. It's carded. Truth be told, I want to take it out of the package and display it with other figures. I gotta look and I gotta look and see what the value is on these right now, because if it's it's sort of mint on card, unpunched, and I don't want to throw money away exactly, but yeah, I see. I'm not so much a collector as in I want to collect it and resell it. I'm more of a collector as in I want to collect it and keep it and do stuff with it and have fun. But anyways, Professor Bergman, love him. Horrible that he wasn't in the second season or series. I missed his presence. I think he did an awesome job. I'm not blanking on the actor's name, Barry. Ugh. Goodness sakes. Well, anyways, great actor. He was in The Fugitive. I think he lent not just a gravitas, but he was to me the most personable character in the first season of Space 1999. Really great. So that's Professor Bergman. Happy to get that. Okay. Next up, Fisher Price Adventure People. I'm kind of pondering and collecting a few of those, and so I had an opportunity for some cool, I don't know, we'll call them Air Sea Rescue figures. These are great. So we have this mini submarine. I got the guy sitting inside there. It does have actions. Look at that. That's really cool. Fisher Price 323. And check out, I love this octopus emblem. Now that's on the backs of these two characters' jumpsuits as well. But you do not get more vintage sci-fi than jumpsuits. Fundamental. You also have the air. Ooh. You also have the air component. Again, we got the guy inside there. We got the emblem. 323. Has a hook on the bottom. Okay. That comes down. Awesome. There is actually a ladder and another piece that comes with it. I believe it can pick up the little submarine. This one also has some action to it. You ready for it? Oh, very cool. Awesome play value in these toys. I love the design. I love sort of the theme of them. And don't want to leave this out. Also come with this octopus. I think this was probably along with the price and the relative completeness of the set. This guy really was like he was the clincher for me. It had the octopus with it, so I wanted that. So those are from, I think, from the bottom of this, it looks like 1979. Fisher Price Adventure People. You might remember I was showing off. Look at this. I'm trying to lean back to it. I couldn't quite make it. You'll remember the Alpha probe that I showed off. Maybe that was a month ago. That kind of got me going down the Fisher Price Adventure People rabbit hole. Okay, so the next one up, This is, well, it's almost a toy I had when I was a kid. I actually had a different version of it. But overall, yeah, I had this, got played with a ton. I eventually got sort of destroyed, for lack of a better word. It's something I've wanted to bring back into my collection, my den, for a while. And I found one at a good price. And so this is my absolute hero from my pre-Star Wars days. We're talking about Steve Austin, the $6 Million Man. Let's bring him in close. Look at that. He's huge. Love it. You got the jumpsuit with the logo on it. Tennis shoes. Stunning. 1973. The markets on the back are for City Universal Studios. Man, did I love the $6 Million Man when I was a kid. I can remember, the games we played in elementary school out on the playground. A lot of Star Wars, obviously. We did a lot of Super Friends. Green Lantern was my favorite. Actually, a lot of us fought over being Green Lantern. That cartoon, it was his ability to make like anything out of that ring. That was super cool to us, more so even than Superman and Batman. But I remember a lot of $6 Million Man, and a lot of that involved running in slow motion and doing the I don't know why, but we thought that was fantastic when I was a kid. I kind of still think it's fantastic. So yeah, this was something that I've been looking for. The toy I wanted so much when I was a little kid and never got is right back there. That Shogun Warrior. So I sprung for that not too long ago. But toys that you had and lost, I think the two that I want the most, this fella right here and the Gabriel Lone Ranger. I still have Silver. He's on my workbench. He is in several pieces. I want to kind of glue them back together at some point. But along the way, I lost the Lone Ranger. And so I'd love to get one of those back. Maybe someday if I find it at the right price. So there we have it. Oh, wait. I got one more. I'm not going to talk too much about this one because I'm going to do a separate video on it in the future. But so I got a bunch of vintage board games. Some, including my wife, would probably say I have too many vintage board games. And they would be right. And so I've pretty much like, no more. Okay, no more. Make some videos on some of these. Maybe sell a few off, what have you. Keep a few that you really dig. But no more. And then this one came up. I'd never seen it before. I loved the concept. So this is Parker Brothers Pro Draft. So essentially, you're trying to draft a starting lineup for a pro football team. Uses old football cards, which I love. It has a centerpiece that is this, let me bring this in a little closer, this sort of plastic football spinner. Had to check this one out. Now, partially that's because before I started making a lot of videos, my big creative outlet was writing role-playing games and some other little games. So you can find, I have a blog, Land of Nod. It's linked, I think, to the YouTube channel. But I wrote mostly sort of D&D clones or things related to D&D clones. Blood and Treasure, Grit and Vigor. I wrote a bunch of little mini games that aren't really linked to D&D. Among them is one called Pen and Paper Football, which is just a tabletop version of simulating a football game. And I kind of thought, oh man, that that kind of flows into it with the whole draft concept. Anyways, I'll do a video on that game at some point, show it off. But I did pick that one up too. It was one of those things that had like no bids on it. It was $10 plus shipping. I went ahead and I went for it, and it looks fairly complete, and it looks really cool. I can't wait to delve into it. So that pretty much sums it up for the March Toy Haul. We got Steve and his gorilla companion. Well, maybe not a gorilla companion. Either way. So we got Mach 5. We got some Fisher-Price Adventure people. Professor Bergman. Steve Austin, the $6 Million Man, and the Atomic Ape Man. That's the March Toy Haul. If you enjoyed this video and you enjoy celebrating, vintage and retro toys, please give me a like. Please subscribe. That would be great. It would help me out. In the meantime, folks, get out there, have a good day, have fun, be kind to people as I try to find the little stop button because I'm very professional here in Dad's Den of Pop Culture. Bye-bye.